I just played through all of Astro Bot, and I want to share my top 5 best levels. Let's jump into it. I'm Dread, and this is Solace and Dread. We produce analytical content and nuanced discussions mainly focused on gaming. So if you like that type of thing, please consider subscribing. One thing to note before I jump into the list, these are my favorites. These are just opinions. But overall, these are the best levels they had to offer. I'm also, as a note, not going to include any of the challenge videos in this list. At number 5, God of War. We are Kratos. We get his axe, we take no prisoners, we're throwing that axe around. One of the most fun I've ever had. Now, I've also never played any of the God of War series because that just seems way too challenging and sweaty for me. So it was really amazing to have a small and cozy taste of warring around with the gods. The music on this level was also really amazing. It was just a ton of fun to be had. At number 4, Battle Bathhouse. One of the most unique power-ups. In fact, I think it's the only time you get to play it in this game. It allows you to just wash away your enemies and crush them. What else could you ask for? It was also hyper stylized and a lot of fun to play around in. At number 3, Danger Dojo. This was such a cool level. It was, again, stylized in Japanese culture where we're chased by a dragon throughout, lurking around. We get to throw shurikens and climb on them. There's also a lot of hidden panels and walkways, which is just such a cool use of that 3D platformer. It was just so much fun to run around and sneak around and play as a samurai. So one of my favorites for sure. At number 2, Dude Raiding. We get a gun and we get to shoot all of the baddies while roaming around in an Indiana Jones-like level. Now, I know this is based on Uncharted, a game I never played, but it was still so much fun. And the turtles were everywhere. How can you hate on turtles being everywhere? One of the really cool things about this level, I had to play it multiple times because this level is such a great way to gear up on your coins, and it at no point felt like I was farming. It was just really great to play. Now, before we get into number 1, here are some of my honorable mentions that almost made the list. There were so many levels that I liked, so. Now, honorable mention number 1, Downsize Surprise. Imagine Ant-Man, but make it a mouse. You're zooming big or small into the world to solve these puzzles. It felt like Toy Story, but not, so it was just yes and yes for me. Honorable mention number 2, Free Big Brother. You want to rescue a giant and then have him carry you off to the sky? Absolutely yes. It was just so cool and an interesting way to take on the new space. And honorable mention number 3, Spooky Time. Halloween, but also add in one of the most overpowered power-ups of the game of slowing down time mechanics. It was just so cool. It was creepy, it was spoopy, it was a lot of fun. I'm also obsessed with that time mechanic because you could do a lot of really fun things. Now, for number 1, the best level in Astro Bot has to be hands down Apes on the Loose. I love Ape Escape. This was my childhood game, and this was just so amazing. You get to be Spike again, and you get to chase and catch these monkeys in your net. It even did the GotY animation, just like the original game when you caught a monkey in your net. This level was just filled with so much nostalgia and pure fun for me. Playing this level genuinely made me cry, just sob, tears of joy. Not as much as Solace when he was playing Mario RPG, but pretty close. It was magic to live through this game in PS5 graphics and optimized controls. I genuinely want a whole game of this on the PS5. The kid in me was just healed for this playthrough. It was amazing. So that was my top 5 favorite levels, all just my opinion, but I would love to hear which levels were your favorite and talk to you about it, especially if you played through this game. But with that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon, and long live the Bird Kingdom.